Greetings fans, it is Corey from SuperKamiGuru9000 and welcome to my review of Naruto Shippuden episode 276. I think it's pretty fair to say that this was a pretty badass episode. I mean, it opened up with Black Zetsu, who was totally just annihilating this group of ninja. The Mizukage comes in and she starts to join the fight, and then Chojuro comes in with his big ass Hirameki blade and just like cuts all these like trees down and everything. It's completely badass. Black Zetsu is able to communicate by putting these roots through the ground, and then White Zetsu is able to come up and he talks to Toby and he tells him everything that's going down. Toby looks like he's getting ready to go into the battle himself. Finally go back to the coastline where we see that the war is still continuing and it is just ridiculous and over the top. Dan finally does get sealed up inside of this like giant flame barrier. Kakuzu is finally pinned down by Choji and everything, but then shit just goes completely insane when all of a sudden in this move that I thought was just really awesome, Toby just shows up out of nowhere and just immediately does the summoning jutsu, and the Gedo Mazo statue just explodes out of the ground and it breaks free of its binds and then just starts rampaging all over the place. And this was probably one of the coolest parts of the entire episode. And what I like about it is that Choji and his dad actually do get to fight against them, and try as they might, they just can't beat this thing. It literally roars and just blows them away, and not only that, but like half the battlefield as well. We learn the whole purpose of this plan is that Toby's actually going after the pot that has Kinkaku and Ginkaku sealed inside. But the main reason for that is because they happen to have the Nine Tails chakra. And with this, Toby will be able to summon the 10 Tails. Yes, he's going to try and summon it a little prematurely without all of the chakra. And he does make his way to the pot, and there's actually a really cool scene where Shikamaru catches him off guard, and even Toby's like, wow, you're pretty cool, but you know what? Too bad I'm your opponent. And then the Gedo Mazo statue just comes in and just like annihilates everything, and Toby disappears with the pot in tow, and the Gedo Mazo statue just disappears as well. Cool as we have even more action though at the end. We actually can see the 7 swordsmen are still fighting against Kakashi and his group, and Guy gets to show off a little bit, Kakashi gets to show off even a little bit of Rock Lee. If you look, he's in there. So there's actually some pretty damn cool action throughout this entire episode, and this war is just getting explosive and ridiculous, and it seems like things are just going completely terrible for everybody. That is, of course, until the Edo Tenseis are immediately called off by Kabuto, and the main reason for this is because he's sort of going along with what Toby is doing. Toby has basically announced that the next day he's going to do the Tsuki no Mi plan, where he's going to summon the 10 Tails and take over the world, blah 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 blah, I'm the main villain. And this is basically just giving all of the different ninja teams kind of a chance to rest and relax before the next day, which is probably going to be ridiculously intense, I'd imagine. Even more stuff happened in this episode, just so many little things. This is one of those episodes that I'm really going to remember for a long time. Just so many great moments. The Gedo Mazo statue, all the little fighting moments with the 7 swordsmen, and even some of the smaller battles that were happening at the beginning. And all the animation was just really, really well done this week. And a lot of the backgrounds were just incredible. One in particular, I love the look of the mountains that Killer Bee and Naruto are actually jumping through right now. It's just a nice little change of pace from all the trees they're always jumping through. And I don't know, I just thought it looked really, really cool. But still, this was a fantastic episode. Just full-on action most of the time. It's great to finally see Toby doing something really big. And showing that he can control that Gedo Mazo statue like that just shows how incredibly powerful he is. And, you know, that's not even counting all of his abilities. So, I cannot wait to see what's going to happen from here. I hope they keep the animation up like this, because this episode definitely, I think, is going to spoil us a little bit. Because it was just so well done. The last couple episodes have actually been pretty well done. So let's just keep hoping for that. But I really love this episode as a Naruto fan. This is exactly the type of stuff that I really, really like. So I'm going to give this one a 10 out of 10. I just really, really like this episode a lot. Cool action, great background art. A lot of your big characters, pretty much all the big characters, got to at least show up and do something. So it was pretty good stuff. So check it out, guys. So how did you guys feel about this episode? Did you like seeing Toby in action? And how about that Gedo Mazo statue? That was pretty badass. You can let me know with your comments below. And as always, guys, remember, if you like this video, make sure and give it a thumbs up. That concludes this review today. SuperKamiGuru9000, out.